Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, I do mostly gaming stuff, but I started getting into movies and films. Let's jump into the most anticipated movies of 2022. Kicking off the list, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The first movie was super fun. It was interesting. It was a good take on a video game classic. And I said in my last video, they are getting better with video game movies. There are a lot of things that need to be adapted properly. There are a lot of character development and changes and backstory that needs to be explained before we even think about making an independent story. And I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the movies that actually did it really well. Again, there are things that could be improved on, but with the introduction of Knuckles and Tails and a bunch of new characters, as well as Jim Carrey's proper take on Eggman, I don't want to say that it was improper the first time, but there was a lot of stuff that was weird about it, right? I feel like we got a taster in the first film, and this is going to be the main meal. I'll be honest when I say that Jurassic World has not been my favorite take in the Jurassic Park series. There are a lot of things wrong with it, a lot of acting performances that could have been better, a lot of story, script-based stuff that could be improved on, but I feel like as a fun movie, something that you would just go out of your way to watch, grab some popcorn, stick on a good movie, Dominion is going to be one of those. The third movie in the Jurassic World series is not going to be a game changer, right? It's going to be one of those movies that is cool, fun to watch, but it's not going to be breathtaking.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
I don't even have any footage to show for this one, but Chris Pratt as Mario is one of the most intriguing ideas I've ever heard. Let's bring up the list, right? Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Chris Pratt as Mario, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Dude, this is the weirdest casting I have ever seen for a movie. I'm sorry, but the intrigue alone has got me hyped for this movie, and I can't explain it. It's just one of those things. I don't know if the movie's going to be good, but I need to watch it out of just pure, raw curiosity. I've never been like this for a movie before. I need to see it. Number 7 on the list is Avatar 2, which is meant to be coming out around about Christmas time. I got a feeling it's going to be delayed because it's going to be one of the most CG-heavy films in the history of cinema, but I feel like it's definitely going to be a banger. All I've got is a couple of set photos. There's a lot of underwater sequences that seems to be a main theme, whereas the last movie was like mostly air and land-based, which is kind of cool. Again, one of the main reasons I'm interested in Avatar 2 was because the first movie was so historic in the way that they went about developing it, so the second has to be good, right? Then you have some concept art like this, which just looks crazy. And given what is possible now with CG compared to when the first Avatar was around, I really think that Cameron is going to pull this one off. I think it's going to be an astounding movie when it gets released. Now, the infamous Morbius. Let's talk about it. So, if you know me or you've seen my previous video, I'm a massive fan of Marvel, and I have no bloody idea what they're doing with Morbius. Is it going to be part of the MCU, or is it going to be related to the Venomverse? Because he made a Venom reference in the second trailer. There's a lot of things I'm kind of making up in my head. It's the same kind of hype that we had with No Way Home. What's going to happen? Is it going to be related to this? How is it going to affect the future of Marvel movies? And I think that's just the way Marvel has got us all worked up at the moment, anticipating what is going to be the next move. But as a standalone film, despite what we've seen of Jared Leto, looking at you, Suicide Squad, I got a feeling this is going to be quite a good movie. Feels like a more serious Sony Marvel kind of movie than we've seen before, leading into what's going to be happening in Multiverse of Madness, if it gets released by then. I hope so, but I really, really, really hope that Jared Leto delivers, because I feel like he's got the chops for acting. He's just never been given a fucking good script. This could be it. This could be the one. Black Panther 2. This is a tricky one, right? So it's going to be fucking horrible going into this movie without Chadwick Boseman, because yeah, what's going to happen with Black Panther and all that kind of shit, that's an element of it, but he was the heart and soul of Black Panther, the film. I remember when the first Black Panther came out, when he went to the theater, everybody's doing the Wakanda Forever thing, right? People are talking about how they're bringing attention to black communities, to African heritage in the music. It was such a crazy cultural phenomenon. And to come from a Marvel movie, which, okay, Marvel's done some great stuff, but bring a whole ethnic group together like that, it was so unexpected. So to do that without the lead actor of the first movie is going to be very rough. In terms of who's going to be replacing Black Panther, I have no fucking idea. Maybe Shuri, but there's been controversies and things that are just flying everywhere. I think the best move is not to replace Chadwick. Introduce somebody amazing, right? Nobody's going to be as good as him in that role. To introduce another role. Forget about Black Panther for a while. Let somebody else take the mantle in like 10, 15 years. Let him have his moment in the spotlight. Let him stay the fucking king. Bring back Killmonger. Don't let him take the throne. Let him be the figurehead of the movie. Bring in Storm. Seeing as we're doing a whole Multiverse of Madness, we got the split time streams and everything. Introducing Storm as one of the lead characters from Wakanda. I feel like that is a really great move. We need the X-Men in Marvel soon. We've already got a Fantastic Four film confirmed with X-Men stuff in development, so why not introduce one of the best X-Men characters in one of the best MCU properties in the world? And last, something I have a trailer for. Enter the Multiverse was a great film. Across the Multiverse, part one, which gives anticipation, building hype. It's gonna be crazy. Into the Multiverse was one of the best Spider-Man movies I've ever seen. It was hyped. A lot of people, they say it's their favorite Spider-Man adaptation. I get that. Seeing the possibilities of what they're gonna be able to do with this, including Sony crossovers and whatever else, like I always try to look at the big picture when considering Marvel movies, but just the art style, the way they go about it, there's just so many possibilities that they can do to make it a great film. And you have Gwen Stacy like taking up one of the lead roles. That's going to be great. I love the video game Miles Morales. It's amazing, and I hope that we're going to see a lot of elements from that pull through. So yeah, Spider-Man Across the Multiverse Part 1 is definitely going to be up there in my most anticipated movies of 2022. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a massive fan of DC movies, but The Batman with Robert Pattinson, the darker take on DC movies which has been occurring over the last couple of years, ever since Joker, I love it. I feel like that is where their story belongs. Darker, more gritty universe, somewhere that Marvel is kind of afraid to dip their toe into. This looks like it could be one of the best Batman movies ever. I don't know whether it's going to be better than The Dark Knight because they have Heath Ledger, but as a whole, I mean, this movie's looking pretty fucking good. The action sequences are great. The vehicle scenes especially. Will Ferrell as the Penguin, completely unrecognizable. Catwoman's in there as well. It's like constant intrigue, and Robert Pattinson delivers. If you haven't watched Remember Me, he can deliver. He can deliver emotional performances. He can deliver the action performances. The guy knows how to do his job. So putting him in the Batman suit is an incredible decision. I can't wait to watch it. Thor, Love and Thunder. What a absolute banger of a name. You get such 80s vibe from it. And even the art style looks like something you would see in a He-Man poster. So while I am excited about Thor Love and Thunder, I do have my doubts about this whole Jane getting the power of Thor type thing. I hope it's not going to be a permanent thing. Not because I don't think she can do the role, but it's Hemsworth, man. He is Thor. He is the embodiment of the character. And I feel like it's going to be the same shit as Iron Man. He's going to have to leave his role at some point. I just don't want it to be yet. I just don't want him to quit. I don't want it to happen. The rumors of Namor being part of it, Gore the God Butcher and Zeus maybe being in the movie, like these are all things that really stand out to Marvel fans. We're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. That's kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff that's eye-catching about this, and I'm limited as to what I can say with this one because we don't know anything about it. But it's up there. It's definitely on my list of things that I'm going to be seeing in cinema. I'm going to be seeing in IMAX. Just please keep the comedy and don't get rid of Hemsworth. Please. So that leads us to the number one spot, which is, of course, have you guessed it yet? Have you guessed there's candles? They're candles. They're being blown out. Have you guessed it yet? Come on, you can get it. You can get it. It's a watch. Benedict Cumberbatch. It's Multiverse of Madness. Of course it is. So I love Benedict's performance in No Way Home. It's kind of a darker, more damaged side of Doctor Strange, and seeing him in Multiverse of Madness alongside Wanda after WandaVision and Evil Strange from the What If, it's like, and Shima-Gorath is going to be in this movie as well. There's so many different parts that are going to be playing a role in it, and you see Wong like all chained up doing some kinky shit. Like, dude, it looks so fucking good. It really does. It looks like it could be one of the best Marvel movies we have ever seen, and that's including No Way Home. As a standalone movie, I feel like this could be the one that introduces X-Men, the one that introduces everything we've been waiting for. I feel like with Loki and WandaVision and everything that we've seen in the last couple of Marvel movies and TV shows leading into this big multiverse event, I feel like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness could be the key to unlocking even more of the future of the MCU. I feel like it's going to be one of those things, great performances, very visually stunning, but it's going to lead on to something so much bigger than anything we've seen before in Marvel. So that wraps up my list of the most anticipated movies of 2022. What did you think about it? Let me know. If there's any movies you feel like I missed, drop them down in the comments. We'll talk about it. I love your faces. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more movie type content, be sure to leave a like on the video. It really means the world to me. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.